All right. Some franchise, damn it. I refuse to give up on this. Despite the fact that both of our teams have crushed our hearts and souls on numerous occasions. But we are going to march on. Again, I do believe, yes indeed, all of our rosters are set. The trade block set. We will go to the beginning of the regular season. Your Arizona Diamondbacks ranked number 1 again for the second year in a row. But will they blow it? That is the question. Oakland at 6th. In terms of the top prospect list, now again, we looked before. I just wanted to see if there were any changes. Doesn't look like it. Madrano's still there. Austin Harrison. Okay, that seems to be the same. And again, the reminder for your Diamondbacks. It is Doss, Burns, Carvajal, Jarvis, and Wood, with Roush and Wheat as the long relievers. Nothing but righties, by the way. Almonte and Helsley. And then Mercado, Moya, and Reyes. It's pretty good. For the A's, May, Benitez, Hoagland, Cusick, and Cohen, with Tucker and Ginn, Swakos and Wood. Then we got the Vesia, Lakins, and Crotchet. In terms of the lineups, for the A's, feeling pretty good about it, man. Acuna, Devers, you got Reyes in there at first base now that Pete Alonso elected to leave. Villalobos, of course, is a stud. Love him. Soderstrom, Wynn, Muncy. And some other guys, of course, like Kevin Gehringer, who will slot into the lineup. For the Diamondbacks, this is pretty much your last kick at the can for the moment. Turner's getting worse. Marte is starting to decline. Torkelson needs to have a big year for you. You guys elected to keep it together for one more season. And we will see if it pays off for you. We will see, we will see. Let's get into simming. There will be a draft today as well. And we'll see, of course, with our trade blocks set, if we get any offers. So we'll stick with your team here. And again, we'll see if there are any trade offers. You guys are off to an electric start. Perhaps finally living up to that potential. My goodness. Yeah, it's a pretty good start. It's swept by San Diego. Ryan Weathers traded for Nathaniel Lowe. We haven't had any trade offers. And you guys will be heading into draft day with a 45-16 record. 14 and a half games up in the NL West. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's decent. That's decent. The Athletics at 26-36. Well, to the draft we go. This might be the last draft we ever do. This might be the last draft we ever do. You guys are picking 16th. I'm picking 20th. So let's see who your scouts found. Of course, if you want to enter the draft, the keyword will be draft. Just make sure you're paying attention or are ready to, of course, take hints or words of advice from your fellow teammates. As again, you guys are a team. You are indeed a team. And actually, here, I'll go back over here and we will move the webcam back up as we do into draft position. Into draft position. So at catcher, you got Damian Edmonds. 19. Not bad. You got Davis as well. And Dan Wood. So you got 3 solid catchers in Edmonds, Davis, and Wood. Edmund, Davis, and Wood. It's not bad. You got to look at Julian Davis there. He is going to be ready in 2030. So that is like, what, 2 years away? 1 year away? 2 years away. Yeah, because 4 years. No, it is 1 year away. Yeah, he should be right. Okay. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Well, no, 2029 would be the earliest, right? We're so far into this. I'm going to go back through all these guys. Yeah, 2030 is the next year. It is 2029. I thought it was 2028. That's insane. That's insane that we're that far into this. But again, Edmonds 19, 4 years out, but an 80 potential. Solid project. You got Davis, who looks fantastic. And then you got Wood, who looks solid in general. Patterson's going to be too far out. First base, Jackie Flores. This might be a good draft. Flores, 22, ready next year. Looks great. You also got 23 years old, ready in 3 years, Gerald Sanchez. Who's a bit of a risk. Tom Chin's 23 and 4 years out. He's 21 and 4 years out. 20 and 3 years out, Dennis Hobbs. And 20, yeah, those last two guys, Richards and Kim, aren't that good. Second base, you have Ramon Casto, who is a project. Tape to tape. Goodness. Getting spammed. Tape to tape community wants to know if the Bruins are going to make it out of round one. Do you now? Do you? Well, lucky for you, I have a little bit more confidence than I thought I would because I swore it was going to be a 3-0 deficit. Tape to tape, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. You missed a little bit of hockey that we started off tonight with. We've switched over to the baseball side of things because NHL 22 is something once May rolls around. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Thank you again for the host. I do appreciate it. Yeah, fingers crossed for Boston, am I right? No one's going to agree unless you're a Bruins fan. No one has any sympathy. And it's fine. I get it. I totally understand. Shout out to Manny Lopez as well. He's looking pretty damn good. And, dude, it's going to be a weird hit-or-miss draft between no Simpy, yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, we're chilling out, playing some baseball. We have a franchise mode going because that's what we do around here. So what we do is actually our me versus you, Tukey versus Twitch chat. This chat is in control of the Arizona Diamondbacks and would be smart to take Kenny Cho with this pick if he's actually that good. Good Lord. 21 ready next year, looks like an amazing player. And then Rex Klein as well, right behind him. Also looks decent. You got Perez, who's a really good project. As a Lays fan, I can't muster up sympathy for the Bruins. And again, I totally understand it. I will say, though, I'm rooting for the Leafs against Tampa. Because, again, I'd like to see either a new Cup winner or a first time in a long time winner. That would be pretty nice. So looking at the guys that are half decent here at third base, Ozzie Garcia, not bad in terms of power. Rodriguez got that good contact. Perez isn't that great. Klein, Baladeras not looking that good. And again, Kenny Cho. Shortstops. Pretty much nobody. Pretty much nobody. That's rough. That's rough. There's not much there at shortstop. Which, again, you guys might not need it. You guys might not need it. You might win a World Series this year and beat me in this challenge. Let's see. Left field, you got Mohamed Rodriguez. You got old Mo Rod. Solid projects. Center field, 23, ready in 2 years. Santana. Probably a bit of a risk. 21, ready next year. Jeff Deerdorf. Mr. Wonderful, Jeff Deerdorf. Interesting. 21 ready next year. 22 4 years out. 19 4 years out for Costa. It's a bit of a project. And then Willie Guerrero. 22 and ready next year. Also not that bad. In right, projects in the form of David Rocha. You also have Bert Ferguson. Bert Ferg. Oh, good. So yeah, tape to tape. Fun fact: I have been meaning to check out the game as well, especially on the YouTube side of things. Get a little spotlight video on it and check it out. I'm intrigued. All right. Only other guy there on right that's really worth anything is Reggie Hudson, presumably. And then in terms of pitchers, we'll start off with the closers, Miguel Rosado. Your golden voice, please do. I'll have to check it out. Like I said, I've changed up the main channel here to be able to do exactly those type of videos more often. So, let's see. Rosado is 3 years out at 23. That's a risk. In terms of relievers, 20 and 4 years out for Bryant. Dan Drew, 23, ready next year. Yokoyama is 20 and 3 years away. You got 23 and 3 years away for Gehringer. 22, 4 years out. 22, ready next year, John Calhoun. Anybody else? You guys, man, your scouts went after a lot of pitchers. You got Rick Matthews, 19, ready in 3 years. Then 18 and ready in 4 years, Glenn Guerrero. And then for starters, William Glenn, he's 20 and 4 years away. Interesting. 20 and 4 or more years away. You have Eric Compton, who is 22 and ready next year. You also have Dan Haynes, who is 24 and apparently ready next year. 21, 4 years away. Jonah James is 20 and 4 years away. 24 and ready next year. Abe Hernandez. 23 and ready in 3 years. Cleveland Scott. 20 and ready next year. Lawrence Cabrera. 22 and ready next year. Luther Pena. Your scouts don't have full bar information on these players. However, if they are right, then this is a hell of a draft. Felipe Fiera also looks amazing. Luis Ruiz also looks like he could be solid. Potential's not the best in the world. Cooler. Did you bring the cooler? Looks solid as a project, but he only has a 65. So chat with that, let's draw the name. Who's it going to be? And the answer is Warrior, who gets the pick. Warrior, what are you thinking? We've seen everybody that your scouts have found that look to be half decent. Who will the pick be for your first round selection, 16th overall for the Arizona Diamondbacks? Show that third baseman and take him. You got it. It's Kenny Cho. 21 years old, apparently ready next year. If your scouts are right about him, this kid's going to be unreal. Kenny Cho is the pick for the Diamondbacks. And off the board go Rick Matthews, John Calhoun as relievers, and Jackie Flores at first base. That's who I wanted. Damn it. I still have other picks in mind, though. Let's see who my scouts found. At catcher, Damian Edmonds. You got Gill, who's terrible. Davis is terrible. Andreas Armas, 23 and 3 years away. That's, not great. First base, Gerald Sanchez, 23, 4 years away. So is Brian Kim. You got Rory Webster, who is 20 and 3 years away. Oof. Boy, your scouts are helping us both here because my scouts took the year off. Lopez isn't that great. Casto is, again, a bit of a project. You have Ronald Hughes at second base, who is also a bit of a project, and that's it. Third base, Mr. Danny Webster. Good to see you, sir. How are you tonight? Third base, we have Will Reese. If the scouts are correct, that is an incredible player. Rodrigo Ballesteros, who is a solid project, potentially a Hardy Go Mavs doll. I love the pregame footage from the Mavs game. It's just Mark Cuban fist bumping everybody on the floor seats. Rex Klein, 22, and ready next year. Could also be interesting. Castro looks terrible. And a project in Raleigh Perez. What a name, Raleigh Perez. Beautiful. Shortstops, 20 and 4 years away, Lou Denson. 20 and 4 years away, Joe Lopez. 22 and ready next year, Ben Frank. Brett Frank. I saw Benjamin Franklin, and it's... I saw what I wanted to see. And then Norman Rod. In lefts, Robert McGregor. 22, ready next year. Looks to be solid. De Los Santos is a solid project, and that is it. In center, TJ Carrillo's not that great. Willie Guerrero. Looking decent. And he's the only one. And in right, Bert Ferguson, whatever, Turd Ferguson. He's looking all right. David Rocha. And that's it. Oh, my God. Thank God I can look at your scouting reports, too, because my scouts blew it. However, my scouts actually found some closers that yours did not. There is Miguel Rosado, 23, and ready next year. There is Chauncey Tipre, 24, and ready next year. And then Manuel Guzman, who is apparently 20 and ready next year. Holy hell. In terms of relievers, 22 and ready in 2 years. You got Freddie Hernandez. Good old Fred Hearn. 19 and ready in 4 years or more, Patrick De La Cruz. 24 and ready next year, David Rich. Let's see, is there anybody else? 23 ready next year, Jeff Ryder. And then for starters, Justin Acosta. 20 and ready in 2 years. Then there's James Chen, 20 and ready in 3 years. Orlando Villanueva, 22. Villanueva, I guess. It'd be Villanueva, not the college. 22 and ready next year. Looks fantastic. Does look fantastic. There's Jeff Warren, 20, ready in 3 years, also looking great. Man, this is a draft for starting pitching. 22, ready in 2 years, Kenny Beasley. 23, ready in 3 years, Edgar Arrocha. Son of Zach at this point. He'd be old enough. 18, ready in 2 years, Charlie Rios. 24, ready next year, Killian Ibarra. This is ridiculous. 25, ready next year, BJ Ambrose. 21, ready in 4 years. 20, ready in 3 years, Ronnie Stark. 20, ready in 4 years, Kevin Trejo. This is an unreal class of pitchers. Luis Ruiz. 19, ready next year. Anybody else who's half decent? Abe Hernandez, again, is 24, ready in 3 years. Dwayne Sandoval is 25 and ready. And that's it. So, in terms of answering the question of who the hell I'm going for with my first pick, I have no earthly idea. This is looking like an absolutely insane draft. Villanueva's got that 75 overall, potentially. It's got to be Villanueva. Orlando Villanueva, 22 years old, apparently ready next year. Hell of a beard on the kid. That's my choice. I think he's my best option. Orlando Villanueva, welcome to Oakland. And a compensation pick coming up for yours truly. Let's see who went off the board there. So, Cristobal Santana is gone as a center fielder. Marco Montalvo is gone as a starter. Manny Lopez at second base. This is the most players I've had on a quote-unquote short list in years for these drafts. You got Machado in lefts. Felipe Fiera as a starting pitcher. I had him on my short list. Julian Davis at catcher is gone. Also had him on my short list. Tough to not pick him. Frankie Hirsch as a reliever. Brendan Auler, I'm guessing he's French, as a starter. Tipre as a closer. Tape to tape again. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it greatly. That is twitch.tv/tape to tape. Tape to tape also out there on the likes of YouTube and Twitter and maybe even Steam. Check them out if you haven't. I appreciate it greatly. Endo, I beat you to it. Nerd. All right, let's get Tipre out of there, and then Dan Wood as a catcher. And then Jeff Ryder is gone as a reliever. All right, who the hell do I pick now? Who the hell do I pick now? Let's see. Rosado. 80 and a 70. There's a couple 80s and a 70s. Rosado's up there. It's got to be Guzman. He's the youngest of the bunch. With this next pick. No doubt. No doubt. I'm going for Manuel Guzman. The closer out of the Dominican. I'm going to hope for the best. Manuel, welcome aboard. This is going to be one of those drafts where we're both probably going to be frustrated with who we didn't pick or who we didn't get the chance to pick. David Rich is gone. Norman Road, the shortstop, is out. Bill Ullman, don't call him Bill Pullman. He is gone. Lantigua as a shortstop also gone. Cleveland Scott is out of there. Reggie Hudson in right. Robbie Weinstein. I don't know if you want to take somebody with that name. The Dodgers do, though. He belongs in Hollywood. And then Julio Castillo. I can't read. Also goes. You got Johnny McMahon in right. Dan Haynes as a starting pitcher as Minnesota successfully pooped on the St. Louis Blues. So Haynes is out of there. Fernando Irizarry in right. Felix Cortez in center. Deerdorf in center. Isaiah Lensko on second. TJ Carrillo in center. Roman Casto at second base is gone. Armas and Preston at catcher are both gone. Bert Ferg in right field is out of there. And De Los Santos in left. The pick for the Diamondbacks belongs to Cody. And these are the top players in terms of known potential that you have left. Technically, Eric Compton is there at the bottom, 22, 80, ready next year. And then aside from that is Sanchez. I just got a phone from Long Junior College. Baseball fan, it's all good. It's all good. You never have to sit there and be like, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't hang out. The fact that you elect to still hang out is ridiculous. You've been here for years. And I thank you. I thank you. Congrats on getting through your junior year of college, though. Congrats. Something I never did. He's going for the reliever. I'm pretty sure it's a meme pick. He wants Juan Corona. Done deal. Juan Corona is the pick. So Cody memes. You got Bermudez at first and Delahanty in lefts. So that leaves up another interesting pick here for your Athletics. Tough call. Tough call. Still got a lot of potential 80s up for, up in play here. Ibarra, 2023 and an 80. 2030 and an 80, I meant. Rosado might have the higher overall at a 70. It looks like it's Rosado or Ambrose. Ambrose was the risky one at 25 years old. That's an old man. Let's go for Rosado. We'll take another closer. We'll take another closer, and we will take Rosado. A lot of picks before one of us get to choose again. Whole lot of picks, so get ready for those short lists to shrink. Good Lord. So Chris Castro at third base is gone. You got Enrique Batista at third base, also gone. Mariano Ruiz at catcher. Raleigh Perez, the third baseman, is gone, as is Rex Klein. Andy Martinez in left. Randall Wayne at first base. Ronnie Stark. Ronnie Stark is gone, as is Luis Ruiz. Looked like a really solid player. Joel Lopez at shortstop. You got TJ Nelson and Ronaldo Dyer as relievers. James Chen as a starter is gone. You got Rodrigo Francisco and Hubert Patterson both going to the Dodgers. These competitive balance picks, man. Dodgers got a ton of them, too. Derek Mason as a starter is gone. Gerald Sanchez, the first baseman. Abe Hernandez. Good old Abe Hernandez, also gone. Willie Guerrero in center is out. David Rocha in right. My last right fielder off the board. Hobbs and Webster as first baseman. There goes my last two first basemen I had on my board. Thomas Bannister, Art Williams at third base, and Derek Telshaw as a reliever. And for round 3, Damian Edmonds at catcher. There goes my last catcher. Adrian Diaz as a reliever. Federico Baez as a starter. Giancarlo Vasquez at short. Rob Sanchez in left. Jeff Cross in center. Morod in left. Ozzie Garcia at third. Pablo Cedeno at first. Brandon Chu at center. Octavio Norris as a starter. Kevin Trejo as a starter. And Micah McInnes. Carmen Ramirez at second, and Gustavo Gil. So, Diamondbacks are up again. And the only remaining 80s that your scouts have found are still up there. It is not going to be Warrior. We'll draw another name. Buck. It's up to that young buck to make the pick. It is up to Buck to make this winning pick. There is a good chance that Cody completely derailed your draft momentum. As again, you get a look, obviously, we can scroll down to show the 75s that are still on your board, of which there are numerous as well. It's a tough call. There are still quite a few people. I still have certainly double-digit names on my board. So what will Buck do? Who will Buck say? While the chat continues to just crap on Cody for that last pick. But you know what? He brought it on to himself. He's going to go for Compton. He is going to go for the starting pitcher, Eric Compton. Honestly, likely a very, very good pick. Eric Compton is the choice. Your scouts liked him more than mine did. Let's see. McIntyre off the board. Denson as a shortstop. And Dave Loftus as a closer. That brings up the lovely Oakland Athletics. As you know what, I feel like I am in a proper position to risk this. I am going to go for the old-ass man, B.J. Ambrose. I'm going to go for B.J. Ambrose. We're going to take an old man. We're going to risk it. So let's see. After that, you got Ronald Hughes at second base, who's gone. That was my last second baseman. Patrick De La Cruz as a reliever. Craig Grace, Eric Hodges, Rich Ramirez as a starter. Hector Villegas. Moya as a center fielder. Michael Chu at shortstop. DeAndre Hernandez at third. Freddie Hernandez as a reliever. That was my last reliever. Luis Costa in center. That was my last center fielder. Andreas Hernandez, Steven Doss, excuse me, Brett Franklin. There goes my last shortstop. Dan Drew, Andre, did somebody say Andre Chase? Bart Roy, Bartois, Lindsey Bridges, Brian Kim, Ryan Knight, Fiera, Mascara as a starter, Tanana, Villarreal, and Ryan Juarez. So, Diamondbacks up again. The choice belongs to Endo Maleficent. Endo Mills. I mean, you can kind of see there William Glenn at the top. You got one extra 75 at the bottom with Luther Pena. 22, ready next year in a 75. So, this is pretty much who you got. At least according to your scouts. If you're paying attention, you might have info from my scouts that you want to go off of. That's always the give and take of these drafts, you know? Chat, what do you need? I mean, you guys are on pace to probably win the World Series this year. So you might not even need that much. You know? Yeah, might not need that much. Deke Slayer. Sweet, beautiful Deke Slayer. How are you, you gorgeous man? You ready for some NHL 2K10 tonight? Huh? Waiting for the choice from Endo Mills. He wants to see Lawrence Cabrera. Was a 97-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. As his top pitch, 5 pitches in general for Lawcab. They have similar control. Yes, Deke, you can have somewhat similar controls to NHL. Somewhat similar. Not entirely similar, but somewhat similar. It has the defensive skill stick, dog. It has the defensive skill stick. Before EA invented it. All right, he's going for Lawrence Cabrera. Looked like a solid pick there, Endo. Also off the board, Ortega, Felipe Guevara, and Robbie Hernandez. I need F1 2022 yesterday. Me too, buddy. What'd you think of that video? Of the preview. All right, Will Reese is the only dude I have left. He and Ibarra. I've taken so many pitchers and have a lot of pitchers left. The obvious choice here is to take the Canadian. Oh, Canada! I'm going to go for the third baseman, Will Reese. That preview video is fantastic. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. F1's going to be so fun. We're going to knock it out of the park with a co-op career mode like the community's never seen. Marco Bravo's gone. Jared Geringer Nino Pereira, Charlie Rios, who I had on my list as really being interested in, but I elected not to take him. I decided to trust my scouts more than yours. Jonas James is also gone. Lucero, Yokoyama, Mitre, Holmes at first base. Jeffrey Warren is also gone. Castillo as a reliever. Patrick Baker, Batista, Martin Rice, Jacques, Herman Hawk, what a great name. Hayashi, Richards, Hansen, Guerrero, Chin, Salvador Rodriguez, Castilla, Fuentes, and Balladares. So, Arizona's up next. The pick belongs to Popcorn Chicken. Popcorn, those are literally like the 5 players your scouts recommend left. So, good luck. Good luck. It's a rough choice at this stage. Unless you remember some of the info from my scouts. But the choice belongs to Popcorn Chicken. Gotta say it like we're from the Midwest and go popcorn. Get me some popcorn. Is Popcorn Chicken here? If he's not, he is. Irizarry confirmed. He's going to take the risk on reliever. Derek Irizarry. Going for it. Also off the board, Choi, Douglas, and Montenegro. So let's see here. The bar is still there. So he will clearly be my choice. I was considering him with the prior pick. And let's see. So let's see. We got Kolevsky gone. William Glenn is out of there. Costa, Tanner, Porter, Padilla, Ariano, Cedeno, Almanzar, and Saul Pack. And in the 6th round, Edgar Rocha is gone. Jacques, Suzuki, Robert McGregor. You got Acosta as a starter. Feliz, Sandoval, Zinn, Bryant, Escalona, Carl Beasley, Kenny Beasley, Hayashi, and Monroe. Final pick for the Diamondbacks belongs to Wheels. And that's the list of players you got to choose from, Wheels, so have fun. That is literally the list that you get. I mean, Luther Pena kind of looks like a slam dunk pick at this stage. And yeah, that's who he's going to go for. Fair enough. Luther Pena is yours. And for the A's, well, fuck it. I might as well take a position player and have him be young as hell, so maybe he'll be good. I'm going to take Lawrence Suzuki. Because why not? Wow, that draft was nuts. All right, let's see how it went. Let's see who's going to win this draft. The number 1 overall pick, also known as the 16th overall pick, but the number 1 pick for the Diamondbacks was Kenny Cho, who was MLB ready out of the draft. 21 years old, B potential 75. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. He is MLB ready out of the draft, for God's sakes. Holy hell. If only he had that A potential, it'd be the best pick of the series. Cody's pick 1, Corona, 22D and a 65. Oh, Herms, go ahead, buddy. You know you always can. Eric Compton, wow, 22B and a 75. For Eric Compton, also a phenomenal pick, also basically MLB ready. Lawrence Cabrera, 20C and a 69, not bad. Not bad, he's probably like 2 years away from the majors. Not bad at all. Dude, if somebody doesn't buy that, I'll buy that. Jesus Christ. Derek Irizarry, ooh, 19C and a 55. It'll take him a while to be ready if he ever is. Luther Pena, 22C and a 63. Same thing. I mean, you're talking about 12 overall points until he's really super usable at the majors. But with Kenny Cho and Eric Compton, that is a hell of a class just off of those two alone. Decent supplemental pitching to that, but Compton and Cho are phenomenal. For the Diamondbacks, well, you guys won the draft. Orlando Villanueva is somehow mid. 22C and a 70. It's not bad, but holy hell, buddy. Did you look so much better? Manuel Guzman, 20B and a 68. That makes me feel a little bit better. Not bad. 23, 63 overall, but A potential, Miguel Rosado. 25B and a 67 for Ambrose. Reese is 20C. Oh my god. Ibarra's 24C and a 61, and Suzuki was a D. My god. Well, that draft was shit. That draft was shit. I don't know if any of these players I'm signing will end up being half decent. I am going to go through. I'll go over the dudes that have good potentials, just in case anyone's like, hey, I want to know how good this guy was. All things considered, a garbage draft for me. That is the best way to sum it up. That was a garbage draft for old Toog. And you guys are crushing it this season, while the A's are not. And that could certainly set the stage for a rather quick ending to this series, at this stage at least. Like, there's no way you guys are going to fail to make the playoffs. Again, your record is insane. So now it's pretty much a question of, can I make the playoffs? Oh my god, Yankees are terrible. Can I make the playoffs to challenge you guys? Again, you've made the playoffs once. I've never made it. Both of our organizations have struggled mightily. But you just might be where you need to be. Boy, this draft was a minefield. Turns out T-Pray was a pretty good closer. Turns out T-Pray was pretty damn good. Alright, we are almost through for every B potential. And up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, draft goes to chat. That's not even a question.